Hello everyone, Agion here, another Dawn of War 3 replay. Spawned on the top side as the Eldar player, we have Cohko Bambus. On the south side as the Space Marine player, we have Saya. Note I believe it was the... Once again, it's always hit and miss whether I can see what's being built here, though we do see the banner. You got a forward common spot for the webway gate in order to help inspire the not inspire, but fleet of foot. I just got done casting some steel division, so I always say the officer unit to help inspire nearby troops, generally. DoW3 Avengers will help secure up these points. We will have early power here, early requisition here, so we do see a slight difference in builds. We do have the improved listing post, Venerable Dreadnought. I see an assault marine there. Venerable Dreadnought. Oh, it's from the Venerable Dreadnought. Ugh. The assault sweeps can perform a low flying leap into target direction, causing damage to its units passes, so similar to like the Howling Banshees. And also the Dreadnoughts gain activated slam, gains a temporary shield. Over here we have the DoW Avenger increased shield, listening post, and grenades. Pretty standard commanders here, though Kyron's a little bit uncommon, but I've been casting this person recently a lot because he's been uploading some good replays, and he's been going for it. We do have the Imperial Knight, not Imperial Knight Solaris, and we have Gabriel Angelos and Chaplain Diomedes, so pretty common there. Looks like a drop pod of Assault Marines will come in, help save the servitor. The DoW Avengers won't be able to finish it off, maybe eyeing for a listening post here. They could go turn around, quickly snipe the servitor. We got he just spotted the warrior portal. That may have been lucky, because there is true sight, isn't there? Can they see up cliffs without beyond the low ground? Some really never pay attention. Would assume so. We do got the power point will be cleaned up. That is actually quite good snag there, and he will jump out of there. He may lose one model. No, not even losing a model, so you can send those guys back to get healed up. We do got two requisition here. We do got the point being captured here over here as well. We do got 3 assault marines. So instead of attack or scout based play, we have assault marine based play. You assault the enemy. We got a soul shrine here as well. Do we have any upgrades? Doesn't look like it. The ultimate epic fight, Servitor versus Bonesinger. I think the Bonesinger will just straight up win. But nobody really used engineers to fight each other. If you're using engineers to fight each other for extended periods amount of time, something must have went wrong or right. Multiple requisition generators. I guess he is really eyeing for those assault marines. Oh, assault marines, they do cost a bit of power. Not much. A scrap amount of power, though he will need to get a power generator soon. His passive income is not exactly the greatest. Those DoW Avengers are definitely dead. He could throw a plasma grenade if he hasn't already. There we go. On death, throw a plasma grenade. Looks like the warrior portal has repositioned from over there to up here. But yeah, is that true sight? Whoops, wrong button. Wait a second, what I'm looking for is Fog of War. Yes, there is in fact true sight, so then again, when he jumped up there, he may have got a brief spot with it. That may be how he saw that warrior portal. Oh, oops. There's Fog of War. There we go. I just know they removed a lot of mechanics from this game from Company Heroes 2. So I'd prefer playing Company Heroes 2 still. We got a power point over here and power over here. So he has a full income, though he could go ahead and upgrade it as well to get more income. He does have good number 3, only 3 assault marines. That's not necessarily a great number. Though it is a relatively equal army standing on his side in individual units. There's Dire Avenger, Dark Reapers, and Howling Banshees for the other. We'll get a nice plasma grenade there. We'll force a fallback. He will, of course, jump away. So has one more charge with that squad. Servitor and Bonesinger decide, might as well not fight each other. It's not going to get us do any good. We'll try to harass the point once again. He may have actually killed off that generator. No, wait. There's a observation post there. So he was forced to build an observation post due to the fact he kept on jumping and stacking up there. Dugat Chaplain Diomedy is now being deployed to help inspire nearby men. As well, we do have Maka to throw her spear and retrieve her spear and make her spear explode and make her spear to put things in stasis. With these Assault Marines here, he will lose that Dire Avenger squad once again, getting some very good picks of his Assault Marines. The standard flies. Throwing down the standard, he's eyeing to take on this shield generator. Does he have any tier upgrade? Although I don't think so. It always says on, even though he does not have any stronghold upgrade. So these units will, of course, gain the passive shield. He will, of course, jump in. These beyond the high ground doesn't mean too much, especially behind the shield generator. However, you got another Dark Reaper squad here, but it will get dumped on by another drop pod. There goes those Dark Reapers as well as these Dark Reapers. Scout squad here. You don't see them very often. Must have got a pretty good blind. Maka's here to defend. The Howling Banshees down to one last man. We got some more Howling Banshees here, as well as some more Dark Reapers. Dark Reapers probably engaged in melee. Very, very nice. He ordered scouts to engage in melee. Maka will be forced back. The Assault Marine could go ahead and fall back. He's down to one member. We'll get a nice shield generator from Chaplain Diomedes. The squad will, in fact, could jump away, but will get wiped out. Another jump in. Do they always have 5 men? I thought they only had 4 men. Either way. Warrior Porter will go ahead and warp away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Barely gets out of there. This webway assembly does not have the tier 2 webway upgrade, so he cannot teleport out there. He will in fact lose it. No upgrade resources. No upgrade resources. Upgraded resources on the 2.1. He could have done it over here to get more income. Either way, you got this one spinning up power. No upgrade. Chaplain Diomedes still full health. You also got these scouts. Ooh, got a nuke there from Maka. So the Assault Marines need to jump out of there. He will probably get killed off. Assault Marines will jump in, knocking back all those units. Will get killed off there. And do got the temporal stasis from Maka, holding off Chaplain Diomedes, preventing any of that shielding. That's actually quite important. That animation. Oh. He did a mass recall. It also goes through the temporal stasis. He did a mass recall in order to save Chaplain Diomedes, as well as that singular unit. Very nice. Though it did also recall his servitors, but that's a minor loss. We got Doctrine Chapel deploying some more assault Marines. Maka here, her temple is still on cooldown. Just used her nuke, but it was a large miss. Large number of Dark Reapers here, focusing Chaplain Diomedes. Chaplain Diomedes still has Zeal and Fury. We'll jump upon both the Dark Reapers, and yet still not using Zeal and Fury. Very nice. Getting some health, more durable units. Now getting some other units. Heavy bolters will help suppress. He still has these scouts, but probably just eyeing here just to protect nearby building. I mean, might as well keep the shield generator active as long as you can. With 2 scouts, you can't do all too much, or 2 scout models, I should say. They won't be able to do all too much. Assault Marines going in for harassment will jump away, use that short assault leap to help get to the high ground quickly. Just allowing him more mobility. Of course, Dawn of War 3 plays out more like a MOBA. Mobility is key.
Vehicle weaponry upgrade in progress. We've taken a resource point.
Got a Bone Singer here on in this event. Heavy bolters are now out on the field. Ooh, but the Maka just nuked the area. Submarine's jumping on in, eyeing for the Dark Reapers, but he runs into more Dark Reapers. He will jump once more again. We do got the banner coming down as well, which will knock back Maka. Didn't knock back these units thanks to their fleet of foot. Or do they have fleet of foot at the moment? I don't think so, actually. More and more Dark Reapers being deployed out. They're nice and spread out, so the submarines are having huge trouble. Chaplain Diomedes will get temporal stasis, preventing any of that shield to nearby units. Very nice. That temporal stasis have been used very often just to prevent the shield from Chaplain Diomedes.
We've completed a requisition generator.
Though she is a bit vulnerable by heavy bolters when doing it. Chaplain Diomedes' Zeal and Fury is still up. There goes the heavy bolter team. Do got the scouts reinforced and now heading to the front line. Iron Force Papa stun on top of Maka. Chaplain Diomedes' Zeal and Fury has just... Nope, not just been initiated. It still is... Still up. Zeal and Fury still has not been activated, and yet it's still getting more and more shields. Scouts tying up Maka and melee. We do got these assault marines just engaging this power core. Well, not power core, generator. Chaplain Diomedes, Zeal and Fury. Oh, maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing, because I thought Zeal and Furies were... it prevents death for a time. You got some las cannon devastators. Do we have any tech up? We do have the tier 2 tech up. Over here we do got the tier 2 tech up as well. Doctrine Chapel is not receiving fire from the Dark Reapers, but there's a huge number. Gabriel Angelos is out on the field, providing very good disruption, constantly knocking back these units and stunning them, allowing them very vulnerable to these assault marines, though this one may in fact escape. Assault marines going and jumping back and bringing these units into fire of the las cannon devastators. We've got some reinforcements as well. Looks like relocate just bringing it to the front line. Assault marine just barely alive, so we can get that reinforced. You got the stasis missing Gabriel Angelos.
We've upgraded infantry damage. This day holds glory. We've completed a power generator.
Rosarus, I must have been looking at the wrong one. I was looking at Zeal and Fury the entire time. Those symbols look awfully similar if you look at them side by side. Oops. These 2 assault marines. They're just quite literally 2 individual model assault marines. moving forward. They will get some reinforcements now. They could go ahead and start jumping around to provide some knockback. Maka's eyeing to also engage. We'll go in for a nuke on our handheld while holding it, but we'll miss entirely. These units can reinforce and can go ahead and jump down upon her. Though this listening post was actually built on the front line, and it also has resource generators along with it. Do we have any income increase over here? Do still have that one here. None here. This one is being upgraded now. I think actually being upgraded to the second one. Looks like Kyron is now being deployed on the field, so we do have 2 elite units from both sides. However, Chaplain Diomedes is still on cooldown. This building will now get destroyed. He decides to abandon it altogether. We'll go ahead and capture the shield generator, but he doesn't have anything to garrison it. You get an arsenal upgrade to infantry health 2. You got the machine cult. Does have infantry damage too. Machine cult can't really call on to all too much. He probably is eyeing for dreadnoughts. He does of course call them in. He does of course have 2 abilities go along with it: the invigorating slam and, well, just an invigorating slam. Chaplain Diomedes now available to inspire nearby Marines. Try and throw it in a circle, though it doesn't do damage to a building. Dark Reapers engaging Diomedes will get stationed down by Maka, stationing all those units. Just leaving Gabriel Angelos to fight to assault. Ooh, gets dropped on, destroying the warrior portal. That's a Deathstorm drop pod. This resource point will in fact go down. Maka may go along with it, but we do got Kyron here to support. We'll roll a miss there. We'll throw out 2 circles, if not 3. We'll go and bring them closer to him. This guy is down to 1 death, shot away from death, but he is getting some shields from Chaplain Diomedes as well from the banner. We got the now small orbital strikes coming on in.
Preparing las cannon devastators for deployment.
Kyron did use the Sky Leap. Of course, it stays active for a very long. I think it just stays active, period. You can still use the Plasma Grenade Barrage in the state, which may be a bit allowing his other ability to start charging up. Chaplain Dion. Looks like these Assault Marines will, in fact. Wait, they're getting healed up? Wait, they have the Power Sword upgrade. The Power Sword upgrade. Machine Cult. No, he does not. I'm sort of surprised he doesn't have it already. He has true damage to have normal damage. Additionally, the jumps with stunned vehicles and a circle on impact. How are they getting healed up? The banner's pretty far away. Well, the banner's gone, I believe. Unless there's something I'm not realizing. The units temporarily become vulnerable. The duration instead of dying has a long cooldown. No, that's Rosarus. I'm just not seeing something. How on earth was that unit getting healed on middle of combat? I'm just really not seeing something. We do got a drop pod, most likely yes, we do got a dreadnought now coming on out. We'll get some very good AoE, the invigorating slam. We do got Gabriel Angelos now be using his rosary very soon. Rosary has been initiated. And we'll knock back Kyron as well. And a shield just coming at the last moment to help prevent him from going down, but sustaining a lot of fire. Still, last chance He needs to get... He does, in fact, have a jump available.
At your command. Preparing las cannon devastators.
Chaplain Dion is trying to run them down using his Storm Bolter to deal some additional damage. We do got the shield generator just now going down. The Dreadnought being proven very effective.
Vulnerable listening post. An enemy force has engaged us towards the northwest. Las cannon team
The outpost will in fact get destroyed by the Howling Banshees along with the Dark Reapers.
A listening post.
Haven't seen any lead point generator as well.
Our listening post is destroyed.
Have it upgraded once, have it upgraded twice, have it upgraded twice, have it upgraded now soon to be twice.
The foe would destroy a requisition generator.
Both sides have a pretty good amount of income at the moment. You got quite a bit of power stored up. Servitor somehow was meleeing Banshees.
Is available.
I just thought I just heard a Deathstorm drop pod available, so you will have that call in. Golden Singer probably has spotted this outpost being built up. He could try intercepting it now.
Vehicle weaponry upgrade secured.
A huge number of las gun devastators.
Upgrade. We are battling an enemy force.
Will in fact destroy the outpost and not force to cancel. We didn't see what exactly it was.
Tier 3 upgrade complete.
I'm sort of surprised. Oh, I was going to say why I haven't seen power swords on Assault Marines yet, but he has no more Assault Marines. Eyeing for now a Dreadnought las gun group. Las cannon group. You got some Shadow Specters, so those will be good versus the vehicles. Ooh, this Chiron shot could do a massive amount of damage. Brings them all forward, and I can go ahead and drop some plasma grenades on them, but rolls a bunch of misses. You need to wait until they're actually know where they're dropping in. We'll do Sky Leap on those last gun groups. Devastators engage in melee, but Gabriel Angelos, the Rosarius is not on recharge. Will in fact get killed off. We do got another Devastator, not Dreadnought being called down. You got the Holy Standard not coming down here. Well, a huge number of these last gun Devastators are now dead. We do got some Howling Banshees as well, ripping them apart. This is poor composition engaged infantry. He could try to go ahead and start initiate a mass recall. He's fighting a losing fight. Chaplain Diomedes is right here engaging these units. Though the point was decaptured, so you no longer have the banner effects anyways. And these Shadow Specters will take out with one Dreadnought. This one still has a bit of a shield generator. I think it was Invigorating Slam, but we'll get focused down now. We'll lose the other one. Maka's getting ripped apart by the last gun teams. We'll lose vision of it, however. Of her. Shadow Specters now just skirmishing the area. Perhaps Iron destroy the building. He could go in and hit the shield generator. We'll lose that structure. He's getting a Predator Annihilator. Destructor would have been better. He's fighting against a lot of an infantry-based force. He does not need to worry about vehicles just yet. What's power flow to... Never mind. We just got a Fire Prism just out in the field. I was wondering where all his opponent's power is going into. Apparently into Fire Prisms. And he has a massive force of Dark Reapers and... Well, primarily Dark Reapers. Currently his opponent at 60 lead points, so he's a bit away from the Imperial Paladin. Over here we do got 4, and a bit away from the Wraith Knight.
We are battling a weak enemy force.
Predator is not getting hit by the Shadow Specters. They will make short work of it.
Predator Destructor deployed.
There goes the observation post. Now the Howling Banshees will rip apart the generators.
Las cannon
Losing massive amount of ground. That is not a good sign. We got a structure being warped forward. Maybe a warrior portal. Yes, it is a warrior portal.
assault squad en route. Requisition generator lost.
Looks like he's eyeing for the structure. He will in fact destroy it. He's losing a lot of ground, losing a lot of structures. We got a Predator Annihilator. This is what he actually really does need. But he only has servitors here for defense. And he will get pulled forward thanks to Kyron onto the low ground. He will have a huge path. And he will get body blocked by Kyron as well. That's very good placement.
Vehicle weaponry is improved.
He's got these last gun Devastators. They are charging up now. They will make short work of these units, but Kyron is very resilient. Looks like the Devastator will in fact get out.
Arming scouts with cluster mines.
Scouts with cluster mines. Why would he go for that upgrade? You have no scouts. You've only deployed one scout squad, I believe.
Is available.
And
Predator Destructor en route. Las cannon team deployed.
the shield itself is now down, but he does have a number of last gun Devastators. He's fighting more and more last gun Devastators. He needs retro Devastators, really. Fire Prism.
Servitor deployed.
I don't think it's made itself known yet. It still has full health.
Vehicle durability upgrade secured. Predator Destructor deployed. Servitor deployed. In the Emperor's name.
Captain Diomedes is now available. His only chance of coming back in this game at this point is waiting for the Imperial Knight. He's losing his safe
Have engaged a weak
resource points, the safer resource points, and losing that is actually a big deal. This one's been fully upgraded, so he has a decent amount of income, but he's going to be outclassed by his opponent's income, who has fully upgraded points as well.
The foe would destroy a requisition generator.
Just need to hold out for another,
Cast
well, after these 5 seconds, another, what, 2 minutes? 2 minutes before we can get the Imperial Knight.
shield generator crumbles.
You got 2 fire prisms now out. This guy has a shield, so most likely that was deployed by a drop pod, perhaps.
Vehicle point has been
Could have been from Chaplain Diomedes. Chaplain Diomedes is currently down.
Las cannon team deployed.
So this fire prism will get destroyed. Now there's a number of Dark Reapers in the area, as well the fire prism contributing shots. They may just barely get out of there. He does have a large number of servitors, which he has realized he needed them for repairs. We got another Predator Annihilator, very good.
The standard flies.
We will have the standard now coming on down. He needs to activate the shield generator to have a bit more of a buffer. We do got this Howling Banshees eyeing to gauge those units in melee. The banner is now up, initiating all of its abilities. There you go, we got the shield generator online, so the small orbital strikes.
Cannon team deployed.
The small orbital strikes are now available, but he's all of his units out of range. And as soon as he has the passive healing, that would be very important to help hold the line. There you go, passive healing. There goes Chaplain Diomedes. He will not be able to skip out of this. There's no Rosaris for him.
Infantry weaponry is improved.
He will. Now he's spotted there. Is listening outpost there, so now you're not getting any potency from there. We got these standard here, though he still has a healing for him. So I don't see them actually healing at the moment. Escalation 4 phase has been initiated. Kyron is still up. He still has one more Eldritch Winds. And here comes the Imperial Knight. This is what he needs to turn the tide. He has only...
What is your intent with this excess requisition?
Wait, His opponent actually has a elite point generator, so now they both have their super heavy unit are now available. You got multiple heavy shots coming in. He will destroy the fire prism, so they're all down. Now it's heavy versus heavy. He does have a lot of supporting lasgun units, but now he's going to get hit by a big focus barrage. Didn't do all too much damage, however. And we're seeing multiple hits.
Predator Destructor eager for service and success.
Has initiated the Iron Shield. The Iron Shield deploys direction, absorbs the shots that pass through it. We'll actually cancel it off. Another heavy shot coming in, ripping through the nearby area. Looks like he may have got the warrior portal as well. Allowing Banshee's Eye to engage his unit in melee. But the thing is, lasgun devastators do horrible versus units. So these Banshees are doing quite a bit of work, though they're just too many for them to really deal with. And also, they're fully charged. Eyeing to throw in the circle upon them, but he will back out away. You could go ahead and grab the Devastator, the Predator. He's way out incomed. He has only 1 point for income. While it's fully upgraded, he just has 1. He needs a decisive engagement in order to win the game now. So he is getting quite a bit of power flow, so he will get some more Predators out. He does have an ample amount of repairs available as well. His opponent, 2,000 requisition. He has enough for like another fire prism. When that gets done, he has enough for another. Then probably by the time that gets done, he has enough for another. So he basically can get guaranteed 3 more fire prisms. A couple dozen Dire Avengers, more like just a dozen. Actually, maybe a dozen. Costs what? 330. Not a dozen. But you can get a half dozen Dire Avengers to go along with this army. Cannon fodder would help. Just cannon fodder. The Dire Avengers will just quickly work with these lasgun devastators since they'll be more at an advantage. Plus the plasma grenades help disrupt them. Basically what I'm saying is spend your float. This point is even being upgraded to stage 3.
We have upgraded vehicle health.
I should kind of throw in those circles. He really needs to get a good hit in to pull as many forward. He will pull forward only 2, but not all too much. Old Singers are going forward. Perhaps a force recon. That one will actually get out of vision range. Perhaps he's going to eye to deploy a building or 2, but these Predators will probably one fire, one shot and destroy it.
We have lost a power generator.
Banner will be ready in 15 seconds. Ooh, there goes a fire prism. Those piercing shots just instantly destroyed them. These Predators are severely damaged. He does have, however, since they're still alive, he can always repair them up. We do got the standard not coming on down. This may be the decisive point for turning this engagement to his favor. He's just been poking around, doing quite a bit of range damage, being very cost effective. Thanks for his micro on the Predator tanks. We'll keep this one behind. No, keep it behind. You don't need to bring it forward. Orbital Strike came in. Oh, but it's going to be a large miss. He is going to try to engage this shield generator. We'll probably destroy that off very quickly. But this Predator getting hit is receiving some repairs now. Soon the repair ability of the Feel No Pain will be up. We'll heal all these nearby units. They really do need them. We'll destroy that area entirely. You got massive turnaround. He does have claimed a lot of ground, but he's still facing against a superior economy. And he can now almost afford a dozen Dire Avengers. That was just a joke, but now soon it's going to be true. We'll grab all those units. Very nice. But most of them are just servitors. There goes a Predator. Servitors are making the work. That's a waste of ability. He did not need to waste that ability on servitors. He's some very good hits. It destroyed 2 more fire presence with a piercing shot. Also, that's maybe a bit overpowered. You can just take out your heavy tanks instantly. Rosaris has been activated. Chaplain Diomedes is getting forced back, suppressed, and now dead. We do got some Wraith Guard here. They do, of course, have the heavy guns properly engage it. Not hitting the Iron Shield, so he's receiving full damage from them, but Chaplain Diomedes is here to tie up them in melee. Maka's still alive, but now hitting the Devastators. Kyron coming out, press for a plasma grenade run. We'll jump down upon those units. We'll stun the lot and we'll knock them back. Chaplain Diomedes looks at the observation post was cleaned up, but not the generator. So his opponent's just throwing up 3 Eldritch Storms, pretty much. You got to drop in by the Dreadnought. Looks like all the last gun Devastators will go down except for 1. Does have a significant amount of income built up, so you can get some more Assault Marines. He uses a little bit of power for it. You got a reposition here of units. It's just building more and more units. Wraith Knight is fully healed up. If it was damaged before, wasn't really paying attention. And the superior float by the Eldar players is just going to rain out supreme. Look, now getting a huge amount of Howling Banshees. Chaplain Diomedes using his Rosaris. And now down. Only Imperial Knight here to really for the defense. He is getting multiple Servitors as well as last gun Devastators. Last of his income is about ready to go down. He did reestablish it over here, but that's pretty much no income. This is what the Eldar player is trying to do. He has superior income, so he's just going to start hitting his opponent's income, making him soon have a decisive win.
The foe would destroy a requisition generator. This paladin is in need of a worthy quest. Power generator lost. A requisition generator has been
You got some Wraith Blaze now deploying out to prevent any more health damage. You could easily use a Soul Stone. We'll get killed off, however. Actually, no. That was the Soul Stone, wasn't it? Oh, no, they just straight up died. I thought that was a Soul Stone, unless there's... Nope. This is it. No, that was Wraith Blaze, not Wraith Guard. I really want to see people use the Soul Stone more often. Oh, use up all these shields? Soul Stone away, before taking any modeled losses. Already go down? Use Soul Stone. These Howling Banshees will get cornered and get killed off by this Wraith Paladin, or Knight, Imperial Paladin. We got a huge wave of Howling Banshees. We'll get a very good hit from the turret. The turret may in fact go down. He needs to, yeah, he will in fact use a shockwave now. Maka will also get hit. These other units will not. The turret will quickly go down. There goes the turret, and do got a number of heavy last gun Devastators here, but there's just too many. Ooh, Eldritch Storm as well. The Eldritch Storms, however, not exactly over the enemies. We got a shield generator here, probably from the banner that got deployed down. And as Howling Banshees are ripping apart these units. Where's the Wraith Knight? Wraith Knight back all the way over here, receiving actually quite a bit of fire from the heavy from the Devastators. There goes the conduit. Of course, your Maka is still alive. I just don't like him using all these lasgun devastators. He could have easily got heavy bolters. It probably would have been much more effective versus opponent's composition. Okay, where Angelos is now out on the field. He probably will kill off these Dark Reapers. You got all the float being spent up by the Space Marine player. You got a majority of the float being spent up by the Eldar player.
A fire prism answers the call. Howling banshees answer, summoning a bone singer. A bone singer ready to serve us. Power generator complete.
We got a nice grab forward by Archer Karn. May see some plasma grenades there, but there goes another fire prism to the piercing shot. We got another orbital strike available for the Space Marine player. Just getting just enough elite points at the moment. We do have 7 over here, so he has enough. Next big engagement, once available, use the orbital strike. We'll go ahead and jump forward, wiping out a lot of those squads. We'll throw out even that distortion rift. Got a stun on the Imperial Knight. Will be a bit of time before he can recover. Now he is. We'll start to fall back before it takes any health damage. You got an orbital strike on the area. We'll hit these Dark Reapers.
Cannon team deployed.
This area is still claimed by the Eldar player. The Space Marine player is just out of income. He only has 3 lasgun devastators, while his opponent still has superior economy. Let's see, plus 520 and 25 versus plus 1,000 and plus 300. Big difference in economy. The Space Marine player has been doing a very good job of holding the line, but now one of his turrets are down. A lot of he forces out very early. Just only use a couple Shadow Specters just to use that invulnerability mode. That's actually quite important. Now his units can go in and take it out, no problem. And these units could just retreat over the high ground.
An enemy force has engaged us. Northwards.
You could see an Eldritch Storm upon the location as well once that's available. Be available though in 200 seconds.
Preparing servitor for deployment.
You got this. Here we're Angelos engaging by 2 units, trying to reclaim this point, but he's facing against reinforcements, so he most likely won't be able to get it.
We have engaged the fierce enemy force.
We'll get hit. Actually, we'll manage to kill off the Howling Banshees. We're reinforcing Dark Reapers who will make the game decisive. We got the shockwave on this other turret. This, in fact, will go down, no problem. Now this, all that remains is the Imperial Knight and a handful of lasgun devastators, along with Gabriel Angelos. Chaplain Diombi's out as well. Looks like he used his Soul Stone. Yes, he did use the Soul Stone. Maybe that I did see the Soul Stone being used earlier. There we go, preventing the losses on those units.
Always gets his just reward. A servitor is en route.
Oh, I would say go for more fire prisons, but with that Imperial Knight is able to one-shot them too easily. That is really not really an option. However, using these Shadow Specters constantly harassing the core, start whittling it away. he could go ahead and throw in the nuke in 100 seconds, so never mind. There's also 5 personnel sieging it using these units to spot. We could see a heavy shot coming out very soon. The heavy shot can reach these units. There's 3 of them stacked up. The power core is receiving a lot of fire. And there goes the power core finally. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.